Hello, everyone. My name is Satvik Polari, and I am joined with...
Hello there, I'm Pramod Vadravu, founder of Dynos.io. And thanks a lot, Satvik, for joining me in presenting this update.
No problem. My pleasure. And we're going to be talking about some of the updates in regard to this release. The first thing we're going to be talking about is how to provide feedback. The second thing we're going to be talking about is the overview of Dynos beta updates. And then we're going to give you a quick walkthrough of each of these updates. And we're going to end on information about the ongoing Dynos beta testing program. So Pramod, how can I provide feedback on Dynos?
Sure. You can log in to our website. So this is our homepage. Once you go to www.dynos.io, and if you scroll to the bottom, there is a feedback link here. So if you click on it, it goes through dynos.io/feedback. So on this, since I'm already logged in, it says it looks at my login here. But if you're not logged in, you can simply log in here, and you can start a new post here. And you can add a title and some description and the board that you want to put your feedback on. If it's feedback or bug fixes, you can select and hit new post. You can also, while you're at it, you can also see the list of things we are already working on. And this is our roadmap. You can see what's all in the review now, what's planned, and what's all completed for this release. And now you can also see these arrows, right? So up arrow and all of these. So which means you can upvote some of the items. For example, you're here in the feedback mode, and you like what we're doing here, and if you want, you can upvote it. So we will know that you like this and you want this to be done. So the more number of upvotes we get, that will take higher priority, obviously, because more number of people want it. So I highly encourage you to go to this feedback forum we created, so you can express your feedback easily. If you're not comfortable with it, you can always, if you're on Twitter, tweet us. If you're on Facebook, send us a message. If you're an email person, feel free to send us an email, contact@dynos.io. You can simply email us. So this is a structured approach to provide feedback. So I highly encourage you all to provide feedback like this. And if you aren't signed up as a beta tester, it's super easy. Just go to bit.ly/dynosbeta and sign up. You'll get a form. You get a form like this. You just put in all your details here and hit submit. That's all. And you can start using Dynos beta for free, and you can start providing us feedback.
Wonderful. Now, what are all the updates in this release?
Yeah, so this is our first update after our initial beta we did a couple of weeks back. And so these are some of the big features we added based on the feedback we got. The first one is real-time class updates. If you're a teacher or student, you don't have to hit refresh on your screen to get updated content on your screen, especially on the items that you're submitting, or if you want to view analytics on some of the Dynos or anything to do with classes, we are now providing a real-time update. The second one is we are adding a button to share your Dyno that you're working on with your class easily. Now we can also the other one is you can see the view count on every Dyno that you're publicly sharing. The last one is charts. So if you want, you can hide your chart and provide a button to show the chart only when the student is ready to do that. So these are the 4 important features we added during this release. We also have other bug fixes we did. And again, if you want to see the entire change log, you can do that again using the same forum I shared with you. Dynos.io/feedback. You can click on the change log here, and if you click here, if you can actually see all the things that we updated here. So you can click on any of these items and you can see all the conversations we had, everything. So it's super simple.
Could we have a quick walkthrough of all of the updates, please?
Sure. So the first one is, let's go through the real-time updates on the class. So as you know, in Dynos, you can create your class and you can add students and you can add content to that, right? So you can click add new class to create a class. If you're a Google Classroom user, you can import from Google Classroom, all of that. And if you're using Canvas, Moodle, or Blackboard, you can actually have your class created already for you. But anyway, once you have a class like this, I have some content here, example content. I have some people that we have on this. So now if you see let's open the student view of this. So now this is the student view now. So as a student, I'm looking at it, and now I have the same content I'm viewing as a student. So now you can see this one, it says 0 students read. So let's open this finding square root of a number. So let's say if I click start reading here, it's going to open up, and as a student, I'm viewing this and I'm going through this content. And you can see it already says 1 student read. And also if you say view analytics, and let's start playing with these numbers. So for example, enter a number 100. So now if I click on this number, and let's change this from 100 to let's say 64. And color size is 10. Let's change this from 8. So let's pause and see what's going on here. So you can see I got 64 recorded already without having to touch the screen. And now you can also see pick the height of the box. It says 8 now without having to refresh. So as a student works on this Dyno, in real time, you can see the updates here on the teacher's dashboard. Let's say if you have 20, 30 students here, all the students' information gets updated real time. So that's one big thing that we worked on during this update. Yeah, if
So
there
the
is any
teachers
feedback.
So the teachers get real-time updates of the students' activity outside the assignment as well as inside when they press view with the analytics.
Absolutely. So this example is just for the analytics, and this is not assignment, but if there is a quiz also, it's the same thing. So under assignments, you can actually see the same thing. You can actually go to view submissions, and all these submission reports, as the student submits them, they're going to get it in the real time, right? So the summary, everything. As the student works on it and hits submit, they'll get the response automatically. So it's almost real time, and we can obviously make it more in a super live real time as well. But again, we just wanted to get started with this and get some feedback from you users. So now let's see. So that's one of the things we worked on, and the other one was when you go to this editor. Let me maximize my screen here, and on our editor screen, you will now see a button that says Add Dyno to Class. If you click on it, if you have any classes created, it will show you the list of classes here. And you can click on it and you can select the module that you want to add and you can click add here. So it's going to be super easy to add any Dyno to class now. And while we are at this, we can also talk about hide or reveal features. So let's say we have a chart here, and we are plotting this chart for this data here, right? So if you want your students not to see this chart right away, you can hide the chart now. And if you hide the chart, it will now show here. I mean, it's basically the chart is hidden, and you can say show, and it's going to show this, and you can hide it. So the reason is sometimes you want your students to practice this chart, right? So you don't want to, for example, for some reason you can actually add a grid here, and we can add a grid here, and you can add some numbers here. Now you can ask your students to actually draw the chart, right? So whatever the chart may be. And now once they draw this chart, they can check their chart with this one, right? Whether they did it right or not. So without, instead of showing them the answer, you can let your students to try it out first. Once they're ready, they can see whether they did it right or not, right? So we got a feedback on that, and we're doing this. And also in the upcoming releases, the plan is to hide some of the content and show it only as needed. So this comes in handy, for example, when you're updating some values dynamically, you can let the student try it out first, and then you can show the updated answers. So that's the idea there. Any questions on that?
So the hide/show is to basically allow the student to check their answers with their drawn graph.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, for now we are doing this for the graph, but the idea is to provide this kind of ability for all the interactive elements.
Okay.
Because once you, for example, you have a slider here for, it says velocity. So if the velocity is not 12.5, if it is, let's say 10, what happens, right? So what happens to the, let's say ball's velocity, So there are some dependent data that is getting updated. So you don't want to show everything up front, right? So you can actually let students to actually think more, and you can reveal it as needed. That's the idea there. Got it?
Yeah. Now, how frequently can we expect these updates that are based on feedback of bugs and like other information?
We're planning on doing it on a weekly basis. So on a weekly basis, we're planning on pushing the updates, and we'll see. I mean, we are at some point we may have to do a hard fix, which we'll probably do it. We'll do it probably during the day. Otherwise, the plan is to do it every week. I mean, I would say every weekend we're going to push it out a new beta release, an update rather. Yeah.
But wait a minute, I haven't signed up for the beta testing update. Where can I find that?
Like I said, you can sign up using this bit.ly /Dynos beta. So if you click on it, it'll show up a form like this, and you provide some basic details here, add your t-shirt size, and you hit submit. The reason why we're asking for your t-shirt size is if you're an engaged tester, we want to give a little bit of reward actually. So we wanted to send you a t-shirt out as well. And if you're a beta tester, again, we're giving you a premium account. So you can have, you can create up to 50 dynos and 10 classes and all of that good stuff. So definitely take advantage of this if you're not a beta tester yet.
Where are other places that we can contact Dynos?
So yeah, right here, we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. So, and also email. So you can use any of these ways to reach us out, and if you have any feedback, you can provide feedback in any way, form, shape you like. And again, the easiest, the preferred way is to provide a feedback in this forum like this, dynos.io/feedback. Then we can actually take a look at all the features that you're asking, and we can respond to you as soon as possible. Thanks a lot, Satvik, for joining me. I hope this is an informative session about all the updates we did. I highly, if you haven't started your beta testing, I highly encourage you to get started. So take advantage of this beta program, and obviously the summer. Summer is where you can at least have some time to do these kind of activities. So hopefully you'll find some time to do this beta testing, and reach us out. We are here to help you out in any way we can. Thanks, Arthur, for joining me. Appreciate your help, and we'll see you next time.